Logging into the mobile app couldn't be easier. First, make sure you have a parent account for your school or district's PowerSchool site. If you don't have an account, you can go to your PowerSchool site that's given to you by that district, select the Create Account tab, and then click the Create Account button. On this screen, you'll go ahead and enter in your information. You can choose your own username and password, and then as you scroll down, you'll start to enter your children that you would like to link to your parent account. There's room for up to 7 children, and if you have more than 7 children, once you log in, there's the ability to add more to your account. You will need both the Access ID and Access Password that's supplied by your PowerSchool school or district. That's not something that PowerSchool the company can provide. That comes from your local school. So you would use those credentials to create your account and link your children to your account and what your relationship is to your child or children. Once you've signed into your parent account, look on the left-hand navigation bar, scroll down below the buttons, and you should find a district code for your PowerSchool server. That's the code you'll need to enter in our next step as we show you the mobile app and signing in. Alright, let's start using our mobile app. We'll begin by launching PowerSchool Mobile. When you open the mobile app, you'll see the location where you enter the district code. Once you've done that, you should get a green check mark. I'm using a fake or pretend code for demonstration's sake, so I get a red X because it doesn't match an existing code for a real district server. But when you enter your real district code, you should get a green check mark. At that point, you can go ahead and enter the username and password that you created on the web portal for your own account, and go ahead and tap Sign In. Now that you've signed into the mobile app, you should see the dashboard. Depending on how many children are linked to your account, you may see arrows left and right, and you can simply swipe to move between your different children. When you swipe between children, no matter what screen you're on, it will go ahead and switch between your children for that screen. For example, if I click on Grades, and I'm on the grade screen for my child, and I want to switch to see my other child, it will stay on the Grades screen. So let's talk about navigation. From the dashboard, you can see your current marking period and courses for your child. Your school or district will determine which columns appear on the screen. They may show a single grading period, or they may choose to show multiple grading periods. The next screen is the grade screen. On the grade screen, as you can see, there are 3 subtabs: Final Grades, Standards, and Citizenship, which will allow you to choose between these 3 different views of your child's grades. Here on the Final Grade screen, we would see final grades for a particular marking period. In this case, we're seeing quarter 1 in our demonstration information here. You can scroll through that information and look through, or tap in to see the assignments that make up each of those final grades. And tap on the back button. So we can go from the dashboard to grades. If we would like to see a list of assignments, this will go ahead and show you current assignments. This will be in a reverse chronological order with the current date towards the top, so your students' most recent assignments at the top, and then going back historically before that as you scroll down the page and look at your other assignments. Finally, we have the Attendance tab, where you can see your child's attendance, organized and sorted in the same way, from the most recent to the past. There's one final button at the bottom of the screen, and that's the More option. When you select More, there are several other screens of information that you can pull up and view for your child or children. Some of these screens will apply to all of your children all at a single time, like the live feed. From the live feed, you can see everything that's happening with your children, regardless of classes. So it will show you all activities around assignments or attendance for all of your children, all on one screen. You can also review your student's schedule, any fees they may owe the school if the school is tracking those fees in PowerSchool. Go directly to a list of your children's teachers. So once again, we can switch between our children if we want to do so. And from here, we could go ahead and click into a particular teacher and see their information, their contact information, which classes they are currently teaching your child in, and this will sort of loop all the way back to being able to drill down to the course and going back into the course grade and the assignments for that course. And you can see that this brings us back to the dashboard view if you would like to do so. If we go back to the More screen, there are other screens of information here, announcements, the school calendar, school maps, if one has been added by your school or district, and the ability to go ahead and log out, and also look at your settings. From the settings page, there are several things that you can do. If you'd like to enable a passcode lock so that you have to enter a code before you can get into the app, that's something you can do. Because the app is designed to remember your username and password, so you do not have to enter it every time you run the app, you may wish to add the security of a passcode lock to get into the application once you're in your phone. You can decide which notifications you would like to enable or disable in the mobile app. So if you would like to receive a notification if there's a change to your students' final grades or attendance, you can receive those in real time from the PowerSchool server. You can also see a reference of your list of attendance codes being used by your school. So if you see an attendance code you don't understand or recognize, you can come to this screen and it will go ahead and list all the attendance codes in use at your child's school. You even have the ability to replace the photo that's in the app with one of your own pictures, or refresh from the server if you think it might be an old photo in the app compared to what's on your school's server. You also have the ability to change your child's name to a preferred name. So if your school or district is using a formal legal name, but within your own app you'd like to see your own child referred to by the preferred name that you use, you can go ahead and enter that, and the application will then use that name instead of the legal name coming from your school or district's PowerSchool server. And a variety of other options. So for example, the grade trending, if you do not wish to see the up and down arrows when your child's grades change since the last time you opened the application, you can go ahead and disable those as well. You can even, if we go back to the More screen, if you would like any of these icons to appear at the bottom, you can go ahead and tap on the Edit button and then drag and drop the different icons into the bottom, replacing the grades, assignment, or attendance buttons with any of the buttons that you see on the screen, if that would be your preference. So the app provides easy navigation from the dashboard. You can see, again, a nice summary of all of your child's classes, teachers, and current grades. You can tap on those grades to go into the class and see the assignment detail behind each of those grades. As we look at an assignment, if there are assignment details, or if the teacher has entered a comment for the score on an assignment for your child, you can see that here as well. And you even have a share button. So if it's a great grade that you would love to share with your friends on Facebook or Twitter, you can go ahead and tap one of those icons if you have those active on your phone, and go ahead and share the great news with all of your friends on your children's achievements. So that's a quick review of the PowerSchool mobile app. We hope you've enjoyed this tour. Thank you.